Alright, we're going to start the tool skill transition session. So I'm combining. I saw some videos and I wanted to combine and get better at Sekiro. Not only with my frames and dodging using circle and all the Souls game because I'm playing Elden Ring Night Rain. So I want to combine tools and skills in a smooth transition where they could be useful and help me. I haven't beaten the game yet, but I'm gonna beat the game. I'm at the very end, but I'm at Harada State and I'm just practicing. So I did a video. I did a session yesterday, but I didn't record. So now I'm gonna record and I'm gonna start recording. Do it until I get fluent. So let's get started. I currently did. On the skill test, I did Whirlwind Slash, which is an infinite, Night Jar Slash, infinite, Night Jar Reversal, infinite, and emoji. I stopped the emoji, so I did 4 skills. Emoji. I stopped the emoji, and I got before I get ahead of myself, I did 4 skills. And maybe I'll do 4 more today. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll have 3 left after that, and then I'll start over. So I'm just gonna keep doing this until I get fluent, until it's like nothing. But I really want to work on my frames when dodging enemies because it's gonna help in Night Rain and Elden Ring Night Rain. This game is a little bit older, but it's a fun game, and I'm having a good time. I was learning that after deflection, that's when you get a transition where you can use a skill or a tool or a combination of the two, so it should be fun. I'm gonna go through the whole list of tools, and that is shuriken, loaded axe, loaded spear, sabumaru, umbrella, firecracker, flame vent, mist raven, and divine abduction. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 tools, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna be starting off on a cool one. I never really was a big fan of emoji. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Ichimonji. I was never a fan, and it's infinite. I did not know that. I did not know Ichimonji was infinite. Now I do know, and so is double emoji. So this is good. So I'm going to set up that. I'm just going to look at that. Ashina Cross is 2. Shadow Rush. So today the 4 skills that we'll be doing is Emoji Double, Ashina Cross, Shadow Rush, and the Floating Passage. Floating Passage is also infinite. So I'm shedding light on this game. I most of me getting through the game, I used them. I got all the health upgrades and a couple other things maxed out, and a lot of the skills and stuff like that, and all the tools. But I was using videos to get me through because I don't know nothing about this. Is my second Souls game. My Elden Ring was my first Souls game, and I had help getting through that, not by actual player help, but actually like talking help and guide from a friend or someone that I know. And it was a great time. I had a really good time and stuff like that. And I had to buy Sekiro. Sekiro was like another Souls game, so now I'm into the Soul. And I'll keep it Southern Soul, like that. So I'm gonna call it Soul, so keep it Southern. So anyways, we're gonna be using a Machi Double, so this should be a treat. Let's just read real quick. Combat art adds a follow-up attack to the emoji. Yet another overhead sweep deals high posture damage. Okay. So emoji L1 R1, hone emoji, gather the strength after emoji. Follow up R1 after emoji. So R1 after L1 R1. So L1 plus R1, then R1. And you can hold it. I'm gonna put or hold. So I'm writing notes too. That's how I keep track of what I'm doing. So we'll take it one at a time. So let me switch everything back over to the first stuff. So I got all 10 gourds. So I made it my business to get all 10 gourds and stuff like that. So Phantom Kunai, this one is going to be a loaded axe. yeah, yesterday's playthrough. I wish I recorded yesterday, but I didn't. And I'm getting into streaming and recording to get better at games and stuff. So the double emoji. So these are the 4 things we do. We're going to use these 3 tools and the combination of the combat art, and just however we could combine it, basically, really. But we know it's after a transition of L1. So after L1, tool or skill. So here we go. So L1 is block. And I'm recording this so I can always watch this later. And let me make sure I got the right order. Yep. So I always creep up on an enemy like this. I know the kunai is gonna kill it because this is the phantom one. So I'm gonna block and then I'm gonna emoji. So I'm gonna engage him like this, and we'll go from there. The frame. I didn't mean to finish him. And the whole square does that. So let's just practice some frames while we're here. Let's practice some frames. So I can hold block while I'm in frames. Alright, frames is like right up under his arm. There it is, right there. So I'm gonna do this a couple times. Alright, I'm about to get back in there. Alright, you gotta watch it though. Alright, here we go. Alright, that does a lot of pocket damage. Alright, but you can't cancel out of it. You gotta commit to it. So we'll wait till he... Alright, so the double emoji, I don't know when to do that. I gotta watch my pocket so far too. Alright, let me get up. I tried to frame that. Alright, I tried to frame that too. Alright, there we go. Alright, I gotta wait for a big one before I can double. Punishing me. Alright, that was a good frame. Triangle to switch. Alright. Alright, let me end this before he ends me. Controls segment is a little bit stiffer. End this real quick, because now he's gonna end me, and I can always come back. So we got to use the emoji a little bit, not so much, because he didn't give me windows of time. So now I'm gonna try to chain. I'm gonna try to chain the emoji. I'm gonna try to chain the deflection to the loaded axe. I'm gonna use the emoji on him though, right here. And once they get going in Sekiro, they really get going. Once again, I killed them on accident. Is this a muscle memory? Maybe I could double emoji while he's not looking. Maybe it's a good starter. Yeah, it looks good. So emoji double is a good popping off of it. Alright, I'll work on frames. Oh, that does stun. That was perfect. The loaded axe does stun. I wonder if loaded axe can be charged. Can be charged. Okay. So we got loaded axe. We got leaping flame. We'll keep things moving along. So emoji double, I can try it again on the leaping flame, or I can, because once we use all the tools, then we're done with the, so if we got 10 tools, so 10 divided by 4, that's roughly 2, so roughly 2 tools. So 2 tools, 1 skill. 2 tools, 4 skills. So we're doing 4 skills, and so we need to switch to the next one. So we had a little fun with emoji, and we got it on recording, so that should be good. So Sheena Cross now. So we're gonna pair Sheena Cross with the leaping flame, which is the spear, and then Sabimaru, and then umbrella. So any combination of those, you usually go in order with that. So now it's Sheena Cross. And it's a little bit harder with a Sheena Cross because a lot of these skills there seems to be scaled to a certain enemy. So I'm gonna hold L1. Hold L1 when framing. And framing is just dodging at the right time. So tool skill transition, frame, tool skill frames transition. Frame transition, that's what this is. So we're working on framings, tools, and skills, and I'll put it all together at some point. So I'm gonna get him, and I'm gonna do a Sheena Cross probably on him, but I'm gonna do some frames though. watch his hands before he attacks. Gotta watch his hands. Sometimes that helps. I can jump on that. So this is a good breakaway, samurai style, and then it's done. I'll let him get up in that posture. Give us Sabamaru. So Sabamaru is where we left off. Alright, they're double teaming. I can work on frames. We finished him off for it, but gets carried away. Alright, I need to end this. Alright, I'm gonna reset that. Get a little carried away. Alright, so we were working on Sabamaru, and Sabamaru is used, let's see, R2 and then R1. So 6 R2s and R1. And then we're deflecting and frames and across. So we did loaded spear, Ashina across his neck. The Sabamaru Ashina across, then we'll fit the umbrella and do shadow rush. So you know, it's just trial and error right now, it's not a big deal. See what we can do with Sabamaru. Alright, frames and blocking. Let's see what we can do with combination of frames and blocking. Side to side. Side to side, not forward. Side to side. Boom. Let's go. Side to side. Side to side. Alright, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Side to side. Side to side. Alright. I'll try to do Elden Ring in square to side to side. Alright, once we get a good block, we'll go in inside. Alright, that went smoothly. That went real smooth. So stop tomorrow, now umbrella. So we'll switch that to umbrella. Umbrella here. Flame vent. Okay. And then we'll do flame vent. Flame vent, we can make the fire on our sword and stuff. We did a sheen across it. That worked out. Alright, Shadow Rush. Alright, let's see how we untie. So we've been playing for 30 minutes and we're about halfway through, so that's about right. So we want to make it last a little bit. It doesn't have to be exactly an hour, we just want to get it done. Alright, Shadow Rush. I'm gonna have the visor great shinobi versus thrust. So extended range if you want to hold it. Okay. Shadow Rush. Alright, one more skill after this. Alright, so side to side. Side to side when deflect and frame. So side to side deflecting frame, dodging and deflection. Or parry. We call it a parry, I guess. So Shadow Rush now. I think if you combine Shadow Rush with X or something, you can do something like more. And then the umbrella is R2 and then L1 is the counter. So I'm gonna just do some deflections and frames with him. Alright, I got him on that. So I can watch him inside to side. Alright, I'm gonna finish him. Side to side, side to side. Alright, we don't got enough for that, so we might as well just use that umbrella. Alright, you got me. Side to side. Alright, got a jump. Side to side deflection, or so it's gonna either be a parry or a frame. And I can go between the two. And we didn't even get to use the skill. I don't even remember the skill that we're on. Oh. Can't get greedy. I gotta find some type of composure. I'm gonna be needing these frames anyway. deflect, frame, side to side. Watch hands deflect, frame, side to side. Watch hands, frame, side, side. Watch hands, frame, side to side. Alright, I'm gonna exhaust his health bar. I'm gonna exhaust the health bar as best as possible. So we used the umbrella. Now let's use the next one. This will go first. That'll prolong everything. And Shadow Rush. And then the last skill we got so 2 tools per skill. If it's 2 tools per skill and there's 4 skills, that'll get us to 8. So that's around the right one. And then we got one more floating passage, right? Yep, floating passage. I think that's infinite. It is infinite. A floating passage, Shadow Rush, and then we got with the skills we got 2 more. So we'll do 3. We'll do 3 tools. 2 to 3 tools. So we'll save the next 3, because after the flame vent. So we'll do this firecracker, then we'll switch to the next skill. Okay. Firecracker. Side to side. Stab circle. Definitely panic block. Oh, I got it now. It's like a delay. It's like an early delay in the blood latency. fighting 2 right now. But hey, but hey. So it's definitely a button latency. If you press it early, it carries over. So the button latency, it carries over. Button latency. If I had something to break it, maybe I'd break it. Alright, so that was good. That was good. I was fighting 2 to 3 at a time. And yeah. So Now the flame vent. Miss Raven. We'll stop at divine. We're not gonna do a divine abduction because I don't know how to use it and I don't care for it. So we'll stop at flame vent and Miss Raven. So flame vent and Miss Raven. And now we get to do floating passage, which is infinite. And we'll stop the screen. We'll stop the stream at that after this, and after we wrap things up and kind of bring things full circle. All right, so move around. So the yellow thing means we did a deflect right. Or parry right. Alright, press and hold button. I don't know. I don't got the deflections down where I could do it. It's not consistent. And I tried to like find a sweet spot, but it's not that easy. Alright, I'm gonna let him get away with that. Like you gotta be patient. Sounds like I gotta get in the zone in order to do this with my eyes and stuff. I'm gonna note that with my eyes. You can't fix your eyes on one thing on it. You gotta keep moving. I'm getting the deflect every time. Almost every time. Deflecting and turn into the position deflecting, searching for it. There's gotta be a secret to it. I'm pretty much done for the most part. Let me look at the those says those are unlimited. I'm gonna look at the skill tree real quick before I do something. if I can't see it yet, but it's how many spirit emblems does it take for to the ultimate one. I'm gonna get Dragon Flash once I defeat Ishin the Sword Saint. I want one mine, that second playthrough. But I want to know how much Sekiro dance, how much spirit emblem Sekiro dance takes up. So I'm gonna look that up real quick while we wait. How many spirit emblems does Sekiro dance take up? Second. How you spell it? Sekiro dance? Sekiro dance? Sekiro dance. If it's infinite, that'd be cool. Oh, 3 spirit emblems. 3 spirit emblems. So there's a lot to learn. I know watching this video is just gonna give me ideas and stuff. Once you could change stuff, the skills and the tools together, it could be good. But it's a perfect combination to all of that. So this, I want to try this real quick. Didn't mean to do that. That's for sure. So Mishraven, Deflects. It's just like I'm getting bored with it. It's watch the sword and when it hits you directly, that's when you do it. That didn't help. When it hits you directly, that's when you do it. So every enemy's gonna have a different time. Alright, then frames, we know frames. Frames is that. The double. Alright, he saw that one coming. I'm gonna exhaust his health bar, then I know somebody's gonna come to help. So right before they see me, again. So you can't be greedy. Deflects and frames. Deflects and frames. So I know after watch the video, I'll get better. Right before it hits. There we go. We're gonna exhaust this health bar though. I got this greedy or something. Alright, 3 more heals and then we'll stop. Reaction time. I gotta work on my reaction time. It's all good. We'll end it on a good note. That's been 50 minutes, about an hour. We'll end it on a good note. We'll end it on a good note. Alright, this is when I'm not aggressive. So we got passive and aggressive. And just to eat up some time, I'm gonna reset my alarms because I had to take them off. Because usually I get to this at 7:15. I'm usually starting right about now, so I started like an hour ahead, early. That time schedule. So, anyways, floating passage. We're about to be extra aggressive on them. Deflect. Okay, I'm learning. So deflect, and frame. So we got 2 categories: tool skills, deflect frames, and passive and aggressive styles. basically we did, let's see. We did Miss Raven, Float, Passage, and Frames. So those are the good combinations. Okay. Alright, I'll buy some more Spirit Emblems and then we'll go from there. Only 3? Guess so. That was a good way to end the recording for sure. That was fun. It was a little bit frustrating, but I know it should be easier when I play tonight, 12 a.m. for Elden Ring Night Rain. And I shouldn't be tired because I just woke up. I took like a 4 or 5 hour rest. So I shouldn't be too tired. But I was in, my mind was into it a little bit, but I did feel like I was forcing it a little bit too also though. Just a little bit. So anyways, that's what we're doing for Sekiro. I'm about to end this recording. About to do some other stuff, rest up again, and get ready for tonight. And then we got some frames with Elden Ring, and I look forward to it because I did good yesterday. So yeah, I ended on a good song. We're gonna start recording. That's about 55.